book. وَإِذْ أَخَذْنَا مِنَ النَّبِيِّينَ مِيثَاقَهُم, and when we took a covenant from all the prophets, وَمِنْكَ, and we took it from you also, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, وَمِن نُوحٍ, and from Nuh, وَإِبْرَاهِيمَ, and Ibrahim, وَمُوسَى, and Musa, وَإِيسَى, Isa ibn Maryam, and from Isa, son of Maryam, وَأَخَذْنَا مِنْهُمْ مِيثَاقًا غَلِيظًا, and we had taken from all of them a very solemn covenant. This covenant we have read in Surah Al-Imran. There's the detail. لِيَسْأَلُ الصَّادِقِينَ عَنْ صِدْقِهِمْ, so that Allah would question the truthful peoples regarding their truth. وَعَدَّ لِلْكَافِرِينَ عَذَابًا أَلِيمًا, but He has prepared for the disbelievers a very painful chastisement. Now in the two sections that are coming, there is a narration of the conditions of Ghazwatul Ahzab, the battle of the trenches. The background is that after Uhud, now the people of Quraysh mostly, they were not thinking that they should invade again. But the Jews who had been turned out from Medina, Banu Qainqa, Banu Nuzair, they conspired. They went to Khaybar and asked the Jews of Khaybar they should come and invade Medina. They went to Mecca. They said, "Oh Quraysh, you try again, once again, we shall help you from inside. But you try it." And even they went to the eastern side of Arabia, Banu Ghatfan, of the tribes of the Najd, and they included them also in this conspiracy. So as a result, an army of 12,000 people came and surrounded Medina. It was a very big event. A small township, not a town even, a small township, a few thousand people living over there. And 12,000 men surrounding it, fully equipped with all the machinery for their war and what the weapons that they needed. So this was the hardest test for the believers, whether they forbear it, persevere, they stand firm, loyal to Allah and His Messenger, or if there is any disease in their hearts, it shows out. So this is actually what we read last night in Surah Al-Ankabut. أَحَسَبَ النَّاسُ أَن يُتْرَكُوا أَن يَقُولُوا آمَنَّا وَهُمْ لَا يُفْتَنُونَ وَلَقَدْ فَتَنَّا الَّذِينَ مِن قَبْلِهِمْ فَلَيَعْلَمَنَّ اللَّهُ الَّذِينَ صَدَقُوا وَلَيَعْلَمَنَّ الْكَاذِبِينَ. And then later, وَلَيَعْلَمَنَّ اللَّهُ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَلَيَعْلَمَنَّ الْمُنَافِقِينَ. Allah is going to make distinct who is a real believer, true believer, and who is a hypocrite. And only after testing you can know it. Otherwise, they are intermingled with each other. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, O you who believe, recall, recall, ni'matallahi alaykum, the blessing of Allah that came to you. Is jaatkum junudun, when many armies came over you. Not junud. Now this is because a conglomeration of these armies. Someone had come from south, from Mecca. Others had come from north, coming from Khaybar. And the third group had come from the east, from Najd. Is jaatkum junudun, when armies came over you, farsalna alayhim rihan. What happened actually? About for 1 month, there was a sort of standoff between two armies, because the advice was given by Salman Farsi radiyallahu ta'ala that in such conditions, when it becomes difficult to fight your enemy in the open field, in Persia, we dig trenches to defend ourselves before these trenches. So the trenches were dug by the command of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam under the advice of Salman Farsi radiyallahu ta'ala, and they couldn't cross it. So they stayed there for about a month. But then a very big, a wind came, very strong wind, and it took away their tents, etc. And the hearths on which they were cooking their meals, due to that fire, whole the camps got ablaze and caught fire, and then they went away without achieving anything. Only 2 or 3, people came by crossing this trench, but then there was one Abd ibn Wad. He was a very big and very brave person, 90 years old. And he used to be called the bravest man in Arabia. So he came over and he said, okay, let somebody come and meet me. Hazrat Ali came forward, radiyallahu ta'ala. Now Hazrat Ali was of short stature and just young man. He laughed. Who are you? You want to fight me? He said, yes. Okay. Then he said, I give 3 wishes to a person who comes to fight with me, so that I can grant any of his wish. Do you have any wishes? Ali said, yes. My first wish is you become Muslim. He said, no, nothing doing. Okay. My second is you go back from this fight. He said, no. Third, Ali said, okay, come and fight me. And he was astonished. Oh, I never thought there is any person in this world who can invite me, come and fight me. But he was put to death by Hazrat Ali radiyallahu anhu, sent to the hell. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu uzkuru ni'matallahi alaykum iz ja'atkum junudan farsalna alayhim rihan. We sent a wind over them. Wa junudan lan tarawha. And we sent armies which you couldn't see, armies of angels. وَكَانَ اللَّهُ بِمَا تَعْمَلُونَ بَصِيرًا. And verily, whatever you were doing, Allah was seeing. إِذْ جَاءُوكُم مِّن فَوْقِكُمْ. When they come over you from above you, that is from the north, from Khaybar. وَمِنْ أَسْفَلَ مِنْكُمْ. And from lower area of Arabia from you, and that was Hijaz down to Mecca. إِذْ جَاءُوكُم مِّن فَوْقِكُمْ وَمِنْ أَسْفَلَ مِنْكُمْ وَإِذْ زَاغَتِ الْأَبْصَارُ. And when the eyes swerved, وَبَلَغَتِ الْقُلُوبُ الْحَنَاجِرَ. And the hearts, in fear, they reached the throats. وَتَظُنُّونَ بِاللَّهِ الظُّنُونَ. And now you were having doubts about Allah in your minds. هُنَالِكَ ابْتُلِيَ الْمُؤْمِنُونَ. At that time, the believers were tried. وَزُلْزِلُوا زِلْزَالًا شَدِيدًا. And they were shaken with a severe shaking. With the result that, وَإِذْ يَقُولُ الْمُنَافِقُونَ. Now the munafiqeen, they said, وَالَّذِينَ فِي قُلُوبِهِمْ مَرَضٌ. And those in whose hearts was a disease. مَا وَعَدَنَا اللَّهُ وَرَسُولُهُ إِلَّا غُرُورًا. Whatever promises were made to us by Allah and His Messenger, they have proved to be false promises. Muhammad had promised us that we shall conquer Rome and we shall conquer Persia and we shall have, lot of bounties and booties and everything. What has happened to us? Now it seems the game is finished. We are in no way in a position to fight this host of 12,000 people. Whole of Arabia, so to say, has joined hands against us. The Jews from the north, the Quraysh from the south, and Banu Ghatfan from the east, very fierce fighters. So their nifaq, their hypocrisy, that came out from their hearts on their tongues. وَإِذْ قَالَ طَائِفَةٌ مِّنْهُمْ يَا أَهْلَ يَثْرِبَ. And some of them were saying, O people of Yathrib. Yathrib was the name of Medina before Muhammad came over there, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. La maqama lakum. There's no stand for you. Now you can't stand here. It's impossible. You can't fight this army. Farji'u, go back. وَيَسْتَأْذِنُ فَرِيقٌ مِّنْهُمْ. And some of the people among them, they were asking the permission an-Nabiyya from the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, يَقُولُونَ, saying, Inna buyutana aura. Our houses are exposed. Maybe we are here and the enemy comes and attacks our houses. Our women folk are there, our children are there. So please give us the permission, we go and guard our houses. وَمَا هِيَ بِعَوْرَةٍ. And they were not exposed. إِن يُرِيدُونَ إِلَّا فِرَارًا. Only what they wanted was to flee from the battlefield. وَلَوْ دُخِلَتْ عَلَيْهِمْ مِنْ أَقْطَارِهَا. And if an entrance had been forced against them by the enemy from all sides, ثُمَّ سُئِلُوا الْفِتْنَةِ. And then they were asked to sedition and renegade. You leave Islam and come back, and you should stand in revolt against Muhammad. مَا لَآتَوْهَا وَمَا تَلَبَّسُوا بِهَا إِلَّا يَسِيرًا. They would have certainly accepted it and would have not hesitated about it but slightly. This is the condition of the munafiqeen. وَلَقَدْ كَانُوا عَاهَدُوا اللَّهَ مِنْ قَبْلِ. And they had been promising Allah beforehand. They had made a firm covenant with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. لَا يُوَلُّونَ الْأَدْبَارِ. They will not turn their backs from the battlefields. وَكَانَ عَهْدُ اللَّهِ مَسْئُولًا. And verily the covenant made with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to be asked about. What did you do with that covenant? You fulfill it or you broke it? قُلْ لَنْ يَنْفَعَكُمُ الْفِرَارِ. Say to them, O Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, this flight from this battlefield will not be able to give you any benefit. In farartum min al-maut. If you want to fly away from death, death can come into your houses. Are you sure death will not come? The angel of death cannot enter your house. Awil qatl, or slaughter. وَإِذَا لَا تُمَتَّعُونَ إِلَّا قَلِيلًا. Even if you are not killed here, but you have to die. You cannot hope to live forever in this world. قُلْ مَنْ ذَا الَّذِي يَعْصِمُكُم مِّنَ اللَّهِ. Tell them, who is the one who can save you and protect you against Allah? In arada bikum su'an. If Allah intends something bad for you, aw arada bikum rahmah, and if Allah intends some mercy for you, who can stop it? وَلَا يَجِدُونَ لَهُم مِّن دُونِ اللَّهِ وَلِيًّا وَلَا نَصِيرًا. And they will not find besides Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala any protector or no friend. قَدْ يَعْلَمُ اللَّهُ الْمُعَوِّقِينَ مِنْكُمْ. Allah very well knows those who hinder others. Don't go, don't go. وَالْقَائِلِينَ لِإِخْوَانِهِمْ. And who say to their brothers, هَلُمَّ إِلَيْنَا, come back to us, come back to us. Come back from the battlefield. وَلَا يَأْتُونَ الْبَأْسَ إِلَّا قَلِيلًا. And they themselves don't go there to the battlefield, but only very little. For a while they came and then went back, slipped away. Ashihatan alaykum. They are very miserly for you, O mu'mineen, O believers. They don't want that any good should come to you. فَإِذَا جَاءَ الْخَوْفُ رَأَيْتَهُمْ يَنْظُرُونَ إِلَيْكُمْ تَدُورُ أَعْيُنُهُمْ كَالَّذِي يُخْشَىٰ عَلَيْهِ مِنَ الْمَوْتِ. When there is a condition of fear and danger, you will see them looking to you, their eyes rolling, like one who swoons of death. If death is coming, and the eyes are going to this direction, that direction, this is the condition, because they care very much for their lives. And when, there is a fighting, there is the risk of life. فَإِذَا ذَهَبَ الْخَوْفُ. And when that fear has gone, سَلَقُوكُمْ بِأَلْسِنَةٍ حِدَادٍ. Now they attack you with very sharp tongues. أَشِيهَةٍ عَلَى الْخَيْرِ. Being covetous of the best spoils that you have. أُولَٰئِكَ لَمْ يُؤْمِنُوا. Actually, these people never believed. They said they believed, they were not true believers. They had the guise of Islam only. وَمِنَ النَّاسِ مَن يَقُولُ آمَنَّا بِاللَّهِ وَبِالْيَوْمِ الْآخِرِ وَمَا هُمْ بِمُؤْمِنِينَ. This is the first ayah of the second section, Surah Al-Baqarah. 3 categories of people discussed in the beginning of Surah Al-Baqarah. The true mu'mineen, and this is their character. Then those who had decided finally not to accept Islam, and for them it is equal whether you warn them or not. Kuffar. Khatam Allahu ala qulubihim. On their hearts a seal has been put. And third is the category in between. They say we are Muslims and believers, but they are not Muslims. أُولَٰئِكَ لَمْ يُؤْمِنُوا فَأَحْبَطَ اللَّهُ أَعْمَالَهُم. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made all their good deeds fruitless. What does it mean? They have been praying, offering prayers under the imamah of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam in the mosque of the Prophet. These were good deeds. But actually, because they didn't have the real faith in their hearts, so all their good deeds have gone in vain, fruitless. وَكَانَ ذَلِكَ عَلَى اللَّهِ يَسِيرًا. And this is very easy for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. يَحْسَبُونَ الْأَحْزَابَ لَمْ يَذْهَبُوا. When those groups and those armies had gone back, even then, the fear was so great that these munafiqeen thought they have not gone. They might come, they might return at any time. وَإِيَّاتِ الْأَحْزَابِ. And if these armies come back, يَوَدُّوا, they would very much, like, يَوَدُّوا لَوْ أَنَّهُمْ بَادُونَ فِي الْأَعْرَابِ. Would that we were among the people of the desert, not at Medina, not facing this situation which we are facing today. Yes, يَلُونَ عَنْ أَنْبَائِكُمْ. And from there we would have inquired about the news, what happened at Medina. وَلَوْ كَانُوا فِيكُمْ مَا قَاتَلُوا إِلَّا قَلِيلًا. And if they remain within you, they are not going to fight except a little.